Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today is just like I just decided to pop out and yeah, just share some thoughts. I don't know, because right now I'm just like really have a lot of thoughts that I want to talk about them, and I think it might help some people. Like, I feel it's just like I have just too many things on my head right now, and probably they won't make any sense. Um, like, but okay, it's just so funny, like how life is in general. Like, sometimes I think, like, we just give too much attention to certain situations or certain people at a time of our life, just so much. Like, we think that, oh my god, that person is gonna like define me or my life, or that situation is just like, if it doesn't work out like this specific way, it's done, nothing's never gonna work out. And that's such a lie. Like, it's just such a big lie, really. And from like always, like, I try, whenever I'm stressing out about something like that, I do try to remember all the times that I thought it wasn't gonna work out, and in the end it always like did work out. Maybe it's not the way that we want, maybe what we want to happen is not gonna happen, but something else is gonna happen that is like, in the end it's gonna work out. Maybe it's not the way that you planned, but life keeps like moving. Time doesn't stop. So even though like bad things happen or things do not go the way that you want, like, you have to keep going, you know? Like, you can't stop and your life because of a person or because a situation didn't work out the way that you want it. You have to like just keep going and figure out what to do, like, in the process. And yeah, there's just something that like really goes through my mind a lot, because I tend to stress about a lot of situations, you know, like anxious thoughts about, oh my god, like maybe it's gonna be this way, maybe it's gonna be that way. What if like this happens this way or this doesn't happen that way? What if, I don't know, like X person thinks something about me because I did like, I don't know, Y situation, like, you know, those kind of thoughts, like, and really anxious thoughts that honestly, like, if you really end up thinking about it, like, we can't do anything, because most of the times those thoughts are not related to anything that we can control. So for example, like, oh my god, I'm so afraid that like the person's gonna think that about me. Okay, but like, you know, like, you can control what they think about you. Like, you just have to follow your life, like, just be you. And honestly, people are gonna think whatever they want about you, like, independently like of how you act. You can act like be the most perfect person on the world, and there might still be people that won't like you. So yeah, my phone is like, oops, fully. So or maybe, for example, when there's some, like a situation, I don't know, like I got a really bad grade on this exam, like, or I got a receipt, or I have to redo the, like, have to redo the subject. Okay, you know, like, it happens. I mean, of course, not like the best thing. I'm not gonna like say it's easy or that it's nice, but you, like, you can let that define how your future goes. Like, you have to, you can, yeah, you can let the situations that happen to you, like, always define how your future is gonna be. Of course they do influence how we think, how we act. Most of the times, yes, they do influence us, but we can't let them dictate our life always. The bad things that happen to us or the bad thoughts that we have. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't know, it's just like something that goes a lot through my mind. It's crazy, no, how life is just depends on really like what you're doing right now, and on nothing. Like, the future doesn't exist, the past doesn't exist anymore, like nothing. Honestly, what exists is the present, so we can like do anything about the past, anything about the future, because they don't exist anymore. So yeah, I try like my best to stay present. I was a very anxious person for a really long period of my life, but I feel like, honestly, I feel like it's much better now. Like, I do control my thoughts a lot. If I see that I'm getting anxious because of like something, like if I know the situation why I'm getting anxious, I really try to stop and think like, Deborah, like, stop, like, you know that it doesn't make sense, like, and it's your thoughts like are going against you. So for example, like, sometimes I'm thinking like, oh my god, I can't do this, I won't be able to achieve this thing, because I don't know, like, I create a reason why I can't achieve a certain thing, or I compare myself to someone else because like that person was able to do that and they're much better than me. Like, you know, like, this doesn't exist. Like, we can't even compare people, honestly, because everyone like have their own, oh sorry guys, we can compare people because everybody, like, they have their own DNA, like their own family, their own life experiences. So something that, like, I think like in a certain way, they can think another way, or it doesn't mean that because someone is good at something or someone that is really different from you achieved something that you can't do that either, you know. It's just, oh my god, my conversation is going like to so many places right now. I don't even know, like, yeah, okay, but yeah, like, for example, I have a really big dream of traveling the world. I wanna like travel the world, like, really, it's one of my biggest dreams, like, just to get a backpack, like, not, and yeah, like, you know, find out on the same day where you're gonna sleep, and then talk to strangers and like create really beautiful like friendships, relationships, even though they do not last that long. But just like appreciate the people that come into your life, like, and cross your path. And then doing adventurous like activities. I really want to skydive. I want to learn how to how do you say it, like ride a horse. Like, you know, like I really want to ride a horse on the beach, like on the sunset, like super fast and feel free. I wanna what else? I wanna dive. Yeah, I wanna dive like with a whale and dolphins. I wanna like spend the day at the beach and then have to go back to a hostel. I don't know. Like have drinks like at night with people that I like, my friends. Yeah, like I really want to learn how to surf. I've already done that a few times, but I like not like it's been such a long time. I remember I enjoyed it, but I really want to do it like seriously. So like I want to go to like a place, like maybe an island or like a tropical place where I can like surf and spend like 3 months surfing, you know, and maybe share a house with strangers, like, and meet and be friends with those strangers. I don't know. It's just like those things, like those thoughts make me so happy. They make me so happy. Like, yeah, just like thinking about having this life makes me happy. So imagine like actually having it. And but sometimes you know, my thoughts are like, oh Deborah, this is not gonna happen because I don't know, they give me a reason. But you know, like it will happen because I want it to happen. So, and I'm gonna work for those things to happen. So I like, even though like sometimes I tell myself, no, this is not like this can happen with you because you are like, maybe you are not this kind of person, like, because I didn't grow up like backpacking the world, like my reality was very different from that. So yeah, but you know, I can't let those things define you. Like I can't let my insecurities, people, you know, that tell me I'm crazy, like I can't give them power to allow them to have control over my future, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy, guys. I don't know why I'm talking so much. But yeah, I'm just like, I think I'm kind of like coming to a lot of realizations in general, like the last periods of my life. And I'm actually happy, you know, about it. Like, I'm happy about the person that I'm becoming. I feel like, you know, when you grow, like, you know, when you evolve as a person. And I see the way that I have evolved, you know, like, of course, like, it doesn't mean in any kind of sense that I'm perfect. And also, like, even though I try to be like, I would say that I have a problem with this like thing of perfection, like that you sometimes, like, the first impression that you want to cause is like to be like perfect, appear perfect. But like I don't strive for this. Like perfection is not something that I want in my life. I always remember a bit of that housewife, like Crazy Housewives or something, like is the show. There is, I didn't watch the whole show, of course, like I can't say like I'm just like saying about the beginning, but there's like the one of the wives, she's really perfect. She's trying to be perfect all the time. And this, you can see it takes all of her freedom, all of her like identity, all of her happiness. And I don't know, I don't want that, you know, like I just want to be like myself. I want to feel comfortable in who I am, even though I already like would say I feel really comfortable in who I am. I want to feel comfortable and also like really showing to people who I am and allowing them to like or dislike me without having without feeling bad about it, you know? Um yeah, because I just think like this way is the only way that I will be able to find who is actually meant to be with me. Um, so friend, like in any like type of way, like friends relationship, like, and it's the only like way that I'm gonna be happy. I think it's just like to accept who I am, strive for the best, evolve, and work on my dreams so one day they can like they can be like be my reality. um yeah, I think that's it, all I had to say for now. Maybe I will come back. Maybe it didn't even make any sense for you guys, but thank you for listening to me. And yeah, um understanding or following my crazy thoughts. Bye.